Good morning, everyone. This is my presentation, External Environment of the Firm. Next, what is external environment? The external environment, also known as the macro environment, is out of the control of individual business. All businesses, all businesses are impacted by their external environment. Sometimes a business has to act upon and react to what happens outside of the scope of its operations. Exter- External factors influence the choices and business makes as they determine opportunities and risks. Let's I next po. Environmental and social factors. Society increasingly expects higher standards of environmental and sustainability relate awareness from businesses. Wait lang. All businesses are impacted by their external environment. Sometimes a business has to act upon and react to what happens outside of the scope of its operation. These external influences are known as external factors. Multiple different factors can influence a business external environment. These factors are often unpredictable and can change suddenly. The external environment play a in the huge role in the types of strategies and actions a business decides to implement. These are the main next month. Ito po. We have four main components make up the external environment of businesses. These are the main external factors you have to consider when operating a business. Environmental factors. Environmental factors are related to levels of emissions and the social responsibility of firms. Soc- Society increasingly expects higher standards of environmental and sustainability related awareness from businesses. Unfortunately, a lot of businesses contribute significantly to the creation of environmental damage. Some governments have stepped up in this regard, passing certain legislation in order to protect the environment. Many governments impose quotas on the amount of harmful substances firms can emit within a time frame and fine businesses that overpollute or ignore the legislation. These legislation are there to firms to take into account the social cost. Next, economic factors. Several oc- in Several economic factors can influence the business environment. One of them is market conditions. Size and growth rates are good indicators of market conditions. Market conditions are made up of many different economic elements that affect the attractiveness of a market. For instance, good market conditions can be described by economic growth and increasing market demand. Economic growth measures the value of output in a country's economy. One way you can measure economic growth is through gross domestic product or GDP. This is the total value of all finished goods and services produced in a country's economy during a given period. Another factor next is market demand, which measures how much of a good or service consumers are willing and able to pay for. Next, next, demographic factors. Demographic factors are related to the population. For instance, an increase in the size of a population will make likely lead to an increase in demand for goods and services, as there are more potential customers. Consumers. Change in the age of a population will also have significant influences on businesses. For example, an aging population or more old people will have different demands than a younger population. Older, older consumers tend to want and need different goods and services than young people. Next, a useful tool for analyzing the external environment of an organization in PESTEL analysis takes a look at six different external factors that could have an impact on your businesses and rates the intensity and importance of each. PESTEL stands for political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental or ethical factors. Next, political. Political factors play a huge role for businesses. For businesses operating in certain industries, political factors include political stability, government stability, and industry regulations, competition policy, trade union power. Next, economic economic factors. As outlined earlier, economic and market factors can significantly impact business functions. Some economic factors to consider include interest rates, inflation rates, unemployment, GDP or GNP trends, investment levels, exchange rates, consumer spending, and income. Next, social factors. Social factors include demographics, lifestyle and lifestyle changes, education levels, attitude, levels of consumerism. Next is technological, especially in today's society, plays a huge role in business development and decisions. With technology developing rapidly, here are a, here are a few factors to keep in mind when considering the external environment of the business. Levels of government and industry R&D investment, disruptive processes, big data, and speed of technology transfer, product life cycles. Next, legal considerations regarding the external environment of a business. These include trade policies, legislative structures, employment legislation, foreign trade regulations, health and safety law, and last, the environmental or ethical. These include sustainability laws, tax practices, ethical sourcing, energy supply, green issues, and carbon emissions and pollutions. That's all. Thank you.